would you sacrifice if you're not satisfied? He's just a canine running around in heat. Girlfriend.
Welcome to PacWest Magazine, the radio show. The show about our exciting Pacific West Conference. The PacWest is made up of NCAA Division II universities from Arizona and Utah to California and Hawaii. It's the most beautiful and diverse athletic conference in the entire NCAA. This is Commissioner Bob Hogue, inviting you to join our outstanding coaches, student athletes, and administrators as we talk about the great excitement in the PacWest. Now here's Assistant Commissioner Tom DiCamillo, live from our studios.
All right, it is that time for PacWest Magazine Radio Show. This is Joe, and we have Tom DiCamillo, the Assistant Commissioner, with us. Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Joe, you know what? I could be doing better. It's an exciting time. Obviously, we have the PacWest tournament. Men's and women's basketball championship tournaments are going to be starting here out in California at Azusa Pacific University. We're getting ready to start the tournament here in about, the games kick off in about an hour and a half. And, you and I have been talking about being sick for so long, and I got it back again this week. So I'm struggling a little bit, but we'll get through it. Man,
I'll tell you, that's a real gripper going around. I've had it twice, and it's no fun, so I feel for you there, Tom.
It is. So, but anyway, the big news today, we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to have the announcement of the all PacWest men's and women's basketball teams. We're going to do the women's first, and then in between we're going to have a short visit from Michael Story. He is joining us from the Hawaii Tourism Authority. Hawaii Tourism Authority is a sponsor of the PacWest Basketball Championships and also the all-conference teams. And, this is the first time with 14 teams in the league. We're going to do a first, second, third team, and also an honorable mention, 7 players on each one. Freshman of the Year, Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, and a Newcomer of the Year. And we're going to get started right away because we have a lot to do. We'll have Michael on here about 10 minutes or so, Joe. And I'll just get right to it. The All PacWest, All Conference team for the women. We'll start with first. There's 7 on each team. We'll start with the honorable mentions. First of all, honorable mention from Hawaii Hilo, Kirsty Amai. From Grand Canyon, Cindy Equiozer. From BYU Hawaii, Bridget Leopoldo. From Dominican, Kimi Nakamura. From Academy of Art, Katie Wade. And from Point Loma Nazarene University, Jessica Escorza. And then also from Chaminade, Ronnie Kaniakola. And those are your honorable mentions. For your third team, Mariah Hicks from California Baptist, Ariel Dale from Academy of Art, Brittany Mercado Postillo from Holy Names, Kiaira White from Fresno Pacific, Erica Hayes from Dixie State, Leslie Vodicka from California Baptist, and Sonia Aguilar from Holy Names University. That is your third team. The second team features really a plethora of Hawaii Pacific University players. 3 HPU players landed on the third team. Sky Savini from HPU, Melody Ladrito, and also Susanna Walmsley. And Walmsley is a native of Australia. So 3 from HPU on the All PacWest second team. Jordan Rogers from Academy of Art makes the second team. Kelly Hardiman, a freshman, from Azusa Pacific on the second team. Callie Rhodes from Point Loma also makes the second team. So that is your 7 second team members. Your first team from the All PacWest for women's basketball 2012-13, Shayla Washington from BYU Hawaii, Hannah Kenny from Azusa Pacific, Jasmine Beverly from California Baptist, Malin Smith from Grand Canyon, Simone Holmes from California Baptist, Jonna Brown from Dixie State, and Chippy Jones from Grand Canyon University. That's your All PacWest first team. The All PacWest Coach of the Year, Reed Takatsuka from Hawaii Pacific University. He led the Sea Warriors to the top seed in this first tournament that the PacWest will be hosting. They finished second in the conference, but they're the number 2 seed number one seed in the tournament and have a real good shot at making the NCAA championships. The freshman of the year shouldn't be a really big surprise. Kelly Hardiman from Azusa Pacific University. She's the niece of head coach T.J. Hardiman. Just an outstanding season for the rookie who grew up overseas. And she was named the PacWest Freshman of the Year. And it should be no surprise. It was a fairly close vote. A lot of players, a couple players in the running. But Judy Jones from Grand Canyon University made a big splash on the scene this year for the Antelopes and in the conference. And she was named the PacWest Newcomer of the Year and the PacWest Player of the Year. So that is your all-conference, your women's all-conference team for 2012-2013. The PacWest basketball championships will be getting underway, and for those listening and want to check out the tournament, you can watch the tournament. Just go to the PacWest website, click on the story on the front page. It will take you to Stretch Internet, and you can purchase the video. You can purchase access to the games. The game's just $7.95 per game, or if you want to watch the whole tournament, it's all 10 games, or $49.95. It's pretty good value. The opening tournament starts for the women's basketball. Number 3 seed Academy of Art will be taking on the 6 seed BYU Hawaii, and those teams will get underway here at 12:30 Pacific time, 1:30 Mountain Time there, Joe, out in Arizona, and then the second women's first round game will feature number 4 Dixie State, number 5 Hawaii Hilo at 3 p.m. on this afternoon. Then there'll be a short break in between, and then the men's games will get underway at 5:30 p.m. It'll feature Chaminade and Hawaii Pacific at 5:30 for the men in the first round. That'll be a really interesting game after what happened last Saturday night on Oahu. Hawaii Pacific down 13 points with 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Look, for all intents and purposes, looked like Academy of Art was going to be the 6th seed, and Grand Canyon was going to be the 3 seed. And HPU made this tremendous comeback, rallied, forced overtime, went on a 20-7 run to close out the game, tied the game, went into overtime, outscored Chaminade 13-7, and ended up winning the game, and it changed the whole complexity of the tournament. Grand Canyon ended up getting the bye. Academy of Arts men unfortunately got knocked out, and it set up a rematch between Hawaii Pacific and Chaminade today at 5:30. And what's really interesting is both teams, flew all the way from Hawaii, and they're going to face off against each other. And then, in the first game, the second game, a real interesting matchup. Two of all the teams, BYU Hawaii and Dominican, were basically were the two teams that knew who they were going. They knew they were playing each other for some time toward the end of the season. It was just a matter of who was the 4th, who was the 5 seed. So in terms of preparation, they kind of knew. Everybody else in men's and women's side really didn't know who they were going to square off against. And had that last night, that wild last Saturday. It was really sort of a scramble, and now coaches, have to kind of make do their game plans. So
has joined the conference.
And it looks like we have Michael Story joining us from the Hawaii. From Hawaii, Michael, you're with us.
I am. Thank you for having me. How are you?
Good. Michael Story from the Hawaii Tourism Authority. He's a tourism brand sports manager. And Michael, I know that you just come on board with the sponsor for the PacWest. You're sponsoring the tournament, sponsoring the all-conference teams. We just announced the women's, the conference, and the schools and players really appreciate that. We wanted to get you on for a few minutes. Obviously, an exciting time. This is the first tournament in the history of the PacWest since the league reformed 7 years ago. Talk a little bit about what your organization does.
So the Hawaii Tourism Authority, in general, is responsible for tourism globally for the state. And we break out that tourism globally really to 5 major markets, North America being one of those markets. And the nice thing about partnering with the PacWest was, true to its name, the PacWest, our number one area out of our number one market is the West Coast of the United States. So it's going to be a great partnership, and we're really looking forward to working with everybody involved.
So what do you guys actually? What is your actual mission? Do you try to help organizations bring people over to visit, or you're trying to help attract people to come over and just tour Hawaii, or do vacation in Hawaii? Is that the ultimate mission?
That's the ultimate goal, but it really takes there's two different parts to it. We certainly want visitors to come and experience our beautiful destination from all over the world, but we also want to be able to do that in a sustainable manner. So we also work very closely with our community, making sure that our community is healthy, because that really does provide the best experience to those visitors when they come.
So let's talk a little bit about Hawaii itself, and for visitors that want to come over, obviously you have some of the big treasures. People go to Diamond Head, people go to Waikiki Beach, people go to Maui. But what are some of the hidden treasures that people maybe don't know much about, that when they finally get an opportunity to come, they're like, wow, this was just a great trip?
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons we like to promote ourselves to our number one market. Typically we have repeaters. They come back so many different times. They think that they've been there, done that, and it's just not the case. There's so many things to do. It's something we call so much more Hawaii. So whether you're up in Laie, maybe playing BYUH, go over and get a shave ice, enjoy a haleiwa, enjoy the botanical gardens that they can participate, or maybe you're over in Hilo, playing the University of Hawaii. There's nothing better than experiencing the island of Hawaii at night. Whether you're looking at the volcano, the lava flow, the glow of it, whether you're enjoying the stars at the astronomy center, or maybe diving with the manta rays at night. I mean, it's just an unbelievable out-of-this-world experience. So there's so many hidden treasures, and the best way to find those is to go to our website, gohawaii.com. It can bring you all those experiences that you're going to be able to live when you actually come and enjoy our destination.
What are the top attractions? I mean, we always hear things, you see things on television, ads for certain places to go in Hawaii. But from your standpoint, what are some of the top attractions that people really, visit most frequently? Is it Pearl Harbor? Is it Diamond Head?
I think if you're on the island of Oahu, absolutely. Some may even call Waikiki an attraction, but Waikiki, Diamond Head, Pearl Harbor is certainly one of the top attractions as well. Don't forget, on that island we also have the only royal palace in the United States, which is Iolani Palace in downtown Honolulu. If you're coming over to Maui, Needle is fantastic. Haleakala is unbelievable. You certainly want to be able to go do some whale watching when you're out here as well. If you're jumping over to the island of Hawaii, on the Hilo side, the volcano obviously is a historic destination for people to go see, but also the Imiloa Astronomy Center is magnificent. And then going over to the Kona side, you're going to pass through some beautiful ranch land at Parker Ranch or Kaua. So there's certainly a lot of different things to do, like we just talked about, the iconic attractions, but they just can't forget about those hidden treasures as well, and we do have those on our website, gohawaii.com.
If people are coming, and what's the best way to sort of plan a trip? Will you kind of help people plan a trip or give them ideas? Because I know when I had an opportunity to come, you had so many different islands to choose from. But then you look at the cost and say, okay, well, how do I get from this one to this one? And my wife and I were looking at it saying, okay, if we try to do too much, I think we're going to do some injustice to the island. So we kind of focused on a certain area. So what's some advice you would give people that are visiting for the first time?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And the website actually explains some of the differences to the islands, because although we have 6 different islands that you can visit in Hawaii, they all have very distinct differences, and those attributes are really magnificent. So maybe if you want a little bit more of a laid-back atmosphere, a little bit more romantic, maybe the island of Kauai would be the island you'd want to focus on. If you wanted the nightlife, the world-class dining and shopping experience, Oahu may be the island. Maui's a place to come and relax and do some golfing, whale watching, some adventure. Then the island of Hawaii. I mean, it's all about inspiring an adventure on that island. That island has 11 of 13 ecosystems in the world. The only two ecosystems that island does not have is the Antarctic and the Sahara Desert. So there's so many different things to do, and really just depending on what you want to do on your vacation or on your trip, really will dictate what island you should go to. But what we encourage is at least 2 islands. Go visit 2 islands. Maybe you want to fly into Hilo, and on the Big Island and do activities there, but certainly then pop over to Oahu and enjoy some nightlife and some dining. Building an itinerary can be difficult, so we also have that tool on our website, gohawaii.com. You can build a great itinerary and take that with you on your mobile device when you go.
Is the transportation between islands strictly air between each island? Is there any sea travel, or is it all air?
For the most part, between the major islands, by the major islands I mean Kauai, Oahu, Maui, and Hawaii. That's only air. But when you're on the island of Maui, if you want to visit Lanai or Molokai, you can actually take a ferry as well. But those would be the only islands that you're able to take a ferry to.
So that makes it a little bit more that if you're on those islands, that opens up some options of not having to fly if you can't. It's a little more cost effective. So there's a lot of islands
to go. Experience. Yeah, absolutely, and it's a great experience taking a ferry rather than flying.
Well, Michael, we really appreciate you coming on board and supporting the PacWest. I know that the way the conference has grown and the number of the parents and families and friends that travel with teams from the mainland over to Hawaii to see the games. It's a terrific partnership, and I know people will really appreciate. I know a lot of people, and especially the freshmen on the teams on the mainland, their parents take a look at the schedule, and they circle it, schedule vacation around the trip to Hawaii to go see their children play.
That's fantastic news. We really look forward to having them, do a pre or post vacation after they watch their kids play. Bring your friends and family, immerse yourself in our destination, and we really look forward to strengthening not only Hawaii's brand but PacWest brand together.
We appreciate it. Michael Story, thank you for joining us. Michael from the Hawaii Tourism Authority, Tourism Brand Sports Manager, and a great partnership now with the PacWest sponsoring the 2013 PacWest Men's and Women's Basketball Championship tournaments, and also the Players of the Week and the All-Conference teams. And, Joe, we're going to continue on with the All-PacWest men's announcement, and then I got to run over to the arena. We're going to get this tournament underway. We're going to start with the men's honorable mention for the All-PacWest 2012-13 All-PacWest Conference team for men's basketball. Honorable mention, Braylon Pickerel from Grand Canyon, Wesley White from Notre Dame Dana Moore, Micah Dunauer from Notre Dame Dana Moore, Tyler Fry from Holy Names, C.J. Brown from Hawaii Hilo, Dominic Kaplan from Dominican, and Antonio Credit from Fresno Pacific are all honorable mention this year. For the third team, McKay Massey from Dixie State, Lee Bailey from Chaminade, Stephen Larson from Dixie State, Jamal Clark from Dominican, B.J. Porter from Azusa Pacific, Marco Kukic from Hawaii Pacific, and Multi Zeigenhagen from Hawaii Pacific are your third team members. Killian Larson is a second teamer from Grand Canyon. BYU Hawaii's DeAndre Medlock is also on the second team. Luke Evans from California Baptist is on the second team. Benny Murray from Chaminade is a second team member. Amir Shamsuddin from Academy of Art. Devin Golston from Dominican. And Dalton Grosskreutz from Dixie State are all your second team choices in the All-PacWest. And now the first team from Azusa Pacific, Troy Leaf. From Grand Canyon, terrific season, Joshua Lowry. Junior Ali from BYU Hawaii, also a first-team member. Zach Robbins from Dixie State, All-PacWest first team. DeAndre Haskins from Chaminade, All-PacWest first team. Malcolm Griffin from Fresno Pacific, All-PacWest first team. John Taylor from Fresno Pacific, leading scorer in the conference, All-PacWest first team from Fresno Pacific. The 2013-12-13 Coach of the Year We had a tie. Co-coaches of the year, 60 States John Judkins and Dominican's Booker Harris in a dead heat are named the PacWest Co-Coaches of the Year. Freshman of the Year, in a terrific season, Alex Carmen from Academy of Art University. The Newcomer of the Year, John Taylor, led the conference in scoring for Fresno Pacific, is the PacWest Newcomer of the Year. And the 2012-13 PacWest Player of the Year from Chaminade, DeAndre Haskins, is named.
Has left the conference.
So that is your 2012-13 All PacWest men's basketball team. And again, congratulations to John Judkins and Booker Harris named Co-Coach of the Year, John Taylor, the Newcomer of the Year, Alex Carmen, the Freshman of the Year, and DeAndre Haskins, the Player of the Year for the men. And just a great season. Again, the tournament is going to get underway here shortly. Joe, you still with us there? You still back in the studio, Joe? Joe is, but we'll go over the tournament one more time. And again, if you just check out the PacWest website, thepacwest.com, click on the story on the front page or one of the sliding banners across about the broadcast, it will take you to the broadcast site, which is Stretch Internet. You can purchase the streaming video for $7.95 a game, or you can buy all 10 games for both tournaments for $49.95. Great value. It should be a lot of fun. Terrific basketball. And again, a reminder here in the opening round for the women, 12:30 Academy of Art, BYU Hawaii at 12:30. They'll start here shortly. That's a 3 versus a 6. Number 4, Dixie State takes on Hawaii Hilo at 3 o'clock. Tomorrow at 12:30 for the women, the winner of BYU Hawaii and Academy of Art will take on number 2 Grand Canyon at 12:30. And for the men, for the women's, the other semifinal at 3 o'clock, the winner of Dixie and Hawaii Hilo will take on Hawaii Pacific at 3 o'clock. Championship game will be 4:30 on Saturday, right at Azusa Pacific at the Felix Event Center. For the men's tournament, Dominican and BYU Hawaii are underway at 8 o'clock tonight. Chaminade and HPU are on tap at 5:30. They will open up the men's bracket. Tomorrow at 5:30, the winner of Chaminade and Hawaii Pacific will take on Grand Canyon at 5:30. The winner of Dominican and BYU Hawaii will take on Dixie State at 8 o'clock. Championship game is Saturday night at 7:30. So we're looking forward to everything. You can also check out the school websites. Some of them are broadcasting audio. You can just check on those websites to see if there's some of those games if you want to listen. And Joe, it's going to be a fun tournament, and we're really looking forward to it. Don't forget, thepacwest.com is a site for all your information. We'll have stories up after each game about what's going on. We'll keep you on tap, and we're really excited about this inaugural tournament. So for Joe Carrero, I'm Tom D. Camillo. Again, thanks for listening to PacWest Radio. We'll catch you next week back in the studio. Joe, I'll turn it back over to you. Tom D. Camillo
Has left the conference. The leader has left the conference.